Do, 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 do. Da da dee 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 doo. Doo doo. Hello? Whoa. Hey guys. I'm just joking. Um, welcome to episode.
Were you joking, really? I didn't know that.
No, I was actually in the middle of reading. Welcome everybody to Movie Chataway with me, Ryan Chataway, and once again we have special guest Luke Ryan from Razor Hour Reviews. What's up, Luke?
Not much. The sky. Greetings, everyone.
Greetings. As you saw by the title, we're going to be talking about the 24-hour movie marathon challenge, kind of the history, our experiences with it, and so on and so forth. But first, if you're watching us through Google Plus or YouTube, you could go to the link below into the Geeky TV chat. You'll see the link. Go in there if you want to ask us questions during or anything like that. You could definitely go through that. If you can't, if you don't have access to that, maybe Luke will see. I don't know. Well, that's basically the main thing I'll have up is on Geeky. So you should head over there, sign in, and you can actually stream the show through that site too. So yeah, just give me a second while I get in. I was having some issues last time, but I think we'll be all right this time. Let's see. Come on. All right. Sorry for the delay, everybody. Just doing the usual sign in. Hopefully everybody's doing great. I know I am. We were going to be doing, talking about the Star Wars this video, but we're actually going to wait to a future series because I just uploaded my 24-hour movie marathon video last night, and Luke uploaded his about a week ago or a week and a half ago, and for some reason it's connecting, but it's taking forever. So I'll just all right, we got some viewers. So while I'm waiting for the geeky chat to load and let me in,
Did you just say viewers? Plural.
yeah, 3.
Wow.
Let's see if we can guess who they are. No, I'm just joking. I think one of them's Ben Affleck. I think Tom Selleck. Oh, we just got another one. So Jim Carrey just joined us.
I think the fourth one's probably a disgruntled chill pilgrim.
Yes.
Oh well.
We think he's upset with us for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Scott, we love you. Come
You're the
back.
man.
And yeah, we just lost a viewer when I said I love you.
Come back. Chill pilgrim, come back.
So yeah, what I wanted to do was to kind of talk about the history of the 24-hour movie marathon and our experiences with it, because we are still in the process of, in the season of sharing. And what I mean by that is the season of sharing our videos, our movie marathon, our links to it. And so we figured probably use this stream right now to kind of talk about, some people have, sent me messages asking me, where did I start it? Where did I get the idea from? Where did I do this? Blah, blah, blah. And, I just thought it'd be cool to kind of go over it. And Luke has done it every single year since the first year. And we've kind of, kept in contact pretty religiously during the production of both of ours. And so we kind of have insight into how each of our little productions for it have went. So I figured we'd get together, talk about that, and it'd be a lot of fun. And I think everybody will get some enjoyment with some behind-the-scenes type stuff. And so I guess first, I'm just going to ask Luke, when did you first hear about the 24-hour movie marathon challenge?
Well, I was about 6 years old. I was watching TV. It was black and white now. I actually can't remember when I first heard about it. Well, obviously it was through your channel. I was subscribed to you
Yeah.
from, I think, maybe the end of 2011. So I watched your videos, and I guess I just saw it and thought, hey, that's a great idea. In fact, yeah, I just saw your video and I watched it, and it just seemed like a really cool idea and was perfect for YouTube. And yeah, I mean, I enjoyed like the kind of Friday night ritual videos that some people make and things like that. And this was just like on a bigger scale, and just was really exciting to me. So I definitely wanted to do it, and yeah, that's how I first heard about it and wanted to
Yeah,
get into
like
it.
when I first started YouTube, I didn't think that there was going to be any like, I mean, obviously I didn't think I was going to last a week. You know, I thought I was going to make a video and get like one view, and then I'll just be discouraged and whatever, and I'd just leave. And I mean, really, I mean, close time after that, I started, hanging out or online and talking to Robbie Webster and stuff like that. And then eventually, I met you, and I think it was through Robbie. To be honest with you, I can't remember. I think you knew Robbie first, and then I don't know. I guess maybe he told you about my channel. But I remember, I think the first video you saw of mine was that Batman video I did,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
was it? Was
Correct.
it? Yeah. Because I remember when people comment on my videos for the first time, and for some yeah, I think that was the video that I did that you commented on, and then it was really around that time period, like when me and you started, talking a lot, and then when me and Robbie started talking more, and I started talking with other people, and we were all kind of doing, different things on our own. I was watching different Friday Night Ritual videos. I actually did a couple of them myself, and around that same time period, me and my wife were driving in her car one day, and she was telling me about some blog that she follows where people have 24-hour movie or 24-hour readathons where they read books for 24 hours, and they like blog about it and all that stuff. And like almost immediately it clicked, and I was like, oh my gosh, how sweet would that be to have a 24-hour movie marathon on YouTube and host it? And so, I actually was talking to my wife about it, and she was like, and I was like, I don't know like how to make it creative. And it was actually her idea to put down guidelines each year. She was
Hmm.
like, you should put little guidelines to kind of help people branch out. And I was like, and to me, that alone is what makes the marathon, I think. Hearing people's experiences about watching their first foreign film, and the next thing you know, they're like heavy into foreign language films, or man, I avoided that movie for so long because I thought it sucked, but just because I didn't have any thought about watching it, and I decided to during this marathon, it's one of my favorite movies. Those are the kind of stories I like hearing,
Hmm.
because, um, you know, in a way, we all kind of go through that when we're learning about different genres of movies, and for instance, like, um, seeing Seven Samurai for the first time is what got me into Japanese cinema. I was already a Godzilla fan, but not as heavy as I was into all the rest of the Godzilla films. Like after I started getting into films like Seven Samurai and Kurosawa films, and yeah, I watched some other Japanese films. But that was the whole intention of those guidelines too, is the fact that you know why not, if you're going to be exhausted and trying to have to figure out what movie you're going to watch, why not branch out? Because it was like you're watching something new. And I think I've eased up on the guidelines over the last couple of years, or by the third one. But I think next year's is going to be. I think I'm going to try to get it up to like 8 guidelines, like actually make it like intense.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you have to watch a porno. No, I'm just joking.
you know who would like that? No, forget it. Let's carry on. Yeah.
Um, but like that would be funny though. I would never do that because my brother would like that. I mean, that's who would like that. So I mean, and um, really any guy. No, I'm just joking. Why am I going down this route? This is
You brought it up. You brought it up. I'm
yeah,
not getting involved
that's
in
what she said. Um,
this. Well,
gosh,
just
I
to
always sneak. I always sneak in those little innuendos for no reason.
I'll take you off the hook right now. I do remember the how I found your channel actually. Now that you mention it, it was Seven Samurai because I'm pretty sure you sent Robbie Seven Samurai, correct?
Yeah, I robbed
Yeah,
it from a store and I sent it to him and I said, "Here is
that's
the." Yeah.
that's
No,
what
I
I
did
heard.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the Blu-ray and I still had the DVD, and so he had said he never even owned a Criterion or even saw Seven Samurai, so I sent it to him, and I thought he was gonna have a heart attack when he opened it. I was like, dang, I didn't realize he was gonna like it that much.
That's when I saw it, and then I thought, well, that's pretty cool, someone to do that. So I checked out your channel, and then I think when I saw the Batman video, I was like, I'm gonna subscribe to this guy.
That's like one of my worst looking videos in my opinion. I don't know what I. It's a wide screen video, but I rendered it completely terrible. So it's like one of my videos that looks like it's trying to be high def widescreen, amazing looking,
Right.
but then just looks like complete crap.
Yeah.
because and yeah, that's how I remember that video. But it's actually, I mean, one of my highest rated videos, and I want to redo it because I think some of my opinions on them have changed.
Yeah,
And
that's interesting.
I watched that video now, and I'm like, really, okay, next I'm gonna talk really like rehearsed, and I'm kind of I try to be loose now with my videos, and maybe I could bring a little excitement
Yeah,
into the video.
it takes you a while to get into the swing of things, I think, when you're making YouTube videos like that.
Yeah, and so when I did my first marathon, I put the video up, and I was wondering if it was gonna be, even
Watched.
remotely watched about like the who. First of all, I thought nobody was gonna do it. I mean, because it's if you think about it, and I get comments of people saying, "Man, I would so do that," but it's just like so stupid for me to stay up 24 hours,
Yeah.
because it is hard, especially like if at the time that I did my first marathon, I had 3 jobs, and I still found a way to do it. And so, you know, I just didn't think anybody was going to do it. I thought it was a crazy idea. And even after I posted the first video, and I think you had told me you were going to do it, a couple other people told me they were going to do it, and you know, I mean, I think even Chill Pilgrim, he posted a video talking about doing it, and he was on board to do it. He showed all the movies he was going to do, and so like we had this group of people that were going to do it, and so um, Scott had some issues that came about, like I think with editing or whatever like that, but he didn't end up doing it. But he full on like supported the heck out of our marathon videos. So I always consider him as like one of the early, front runners in the marathon videos just because of what he's done, and he's always been a big help. But like, so I had you, and then there's like a few of us, and then all of a sudden. Zarin Isaac said that he wanted to do it,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" Somebody I actually like really really looked up to on YouTube, because like you get onto YouTube and this guy has like 15,000 subscribers, and you're like, "This guy's a big name." I think at the time I did my marathon, I only had like 60 subscribers or something like that, and so I was like, "This is awesome." And then he did his video, and then a flood of people started doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this actually is. So my expectations were blown away. And so I filmed my video after work one night. I did the stupid thing of, which I did it again this year, was after a long day's work, I start my marathon after work. And so basically I'm up for like 30 plus hours. But either way, anyways, I did it. The video was like 20 minutes long, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a lot of fun. So, what was some of your experiences with your first video?
Well, I'm trying to think. I think I had like 2 days off in a row, and I thought, right, that's when I'm going to do it. And I started. I mean, you can go and watch these videos, but I started in the evening-ish, and I already knew there was no way I was going to be able to stay up and do the whole thing. When I was a teenager, sure, I used to stay up all the time. I'd stay up like all night through the morning, and then just carry on with the rest of the day. I'd be tired, but I'd still do it. It's just one of those things. But, a bit older now, and I just couldn't do it, so I went to sleep for about, I don't know, 6 hours or something. Got up, did it again. But what I wanted to do with my first marathon video was to make it fun and interesting, not only as a video, but for me. So I watched, a movie that was downloaded. I watched a movie on a DVD player in the bath. While I was having a bath, I watched a film. I watched a film in complete silence with my headphones on my laptop, in in pitch black room with Connie asleep in the bed next to me, just watching it. Then I went to the cinema the next day. and then I put like a film on my little MP3 player, and I was watching it on the bus to the cinema. And
Yeah, weren't you watching The Lady Vanishes?
The Lady Vanishes, yeah, which I watched on a 2-inch screen,
Yeah.
which is
I remember you sent
ridiculous.
me a picture, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's just.
um,
But I mean, that's what made it interesting.
yeah, and then I watched Blu-rays on HD TV, obviously. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything. Yeah, I watched To Kill a Mockingbird, and that's when I was like, this is what's cool about it for me, is watching a film you've never seen before that's great. Um, Obviously, you can look to a film that's like seen as a classic and pick that, or you might find something that's completely random and you'll love it. But for me, I was like, I want to watch a film that I know is a classic that I haven't seen before, and that was probably the best part, was watching that. And
Well,
yeah,
it's nice seeing a classic movie that you're not underwhelmed by. It's always nice when you watch that classic movie that you're like, okay, I can see why that's a classic. That I had me immersed the whole time,
yeah,
and it like genuinely blew me away to where I could say that's why that's a classic. I mean, there's been some classics that I've seen, that I just they stand the test of time, but they didn't like blow me away. But so it's always nice when that
yeah.
happens. And
Actually, I think that's why I watched it, because one of the guidelines in the first year was watch a classic film you've never seen before. And that was another thing that was really fun about it to me, was the guidelines. That made it more of a challenge. It made it more fun. It gave you kind of something to strive for, as opposed to just watching random films, which is still fun. But
yeah,
the guidelines really tied it all together for me.
dang it. Um, yeah. I'm trying to. I just got notification that my headphones are getting low on battery, so I got to grab a cable really
Okay,
quick.
if you want to do that, I'll just keep talking, and I'll
Okay.
hold the floor. Okay.
Okay.
All right then. Oh god, this is.
I could still hear you too, and
I'm
I'm
re-
still talking.
I'm
I'm
really
just walking.
nervous. I'm sweating. My palms are getting down. Oh god. Hi.
I'm walking downstairs now.
This is me. Hello. I don't know what to say. No. So the 24-hour movie marathon, and get some disturbance from Ryan. It sounds like is he going to the toilet? Are we gonna hear him having a pee?
No, I'm downstairs looking for my US. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm looking for my USB cable to go to my my headset where I could.
This is brilliant. Shambles. So 24-hour movie marathon. The first one, I'll just talk about it a bit more, I guess. I did like a little sequence because I split my video into two parts. It was like 22 minutes long, and I was like, oh my god, I can't put this on YouTube, it's too long, which is really ironic if you know how long my latest marathon video was. So I decided to split it up into two parts. And at the end of the first part, I put in like a little film sequence with me looking at the time, acting tired, and then looking into my fridge for a can of Red Bull. So that was fun to not only do the vlogging style stuff where you just sit in talking about the films, but also like little kind of cool short film-ish stuff that's just fun to make and fun to put out there, and just makes it a bit more special. And then everyone tells me they really like the ending of my first marathon video, which I was pretty happy with and came up with on the fly. Really, I just filmed it at the end of the night without really planning it, and it turned out pretty cool. I think it's just cool to have fun with it and to put a bit of extra effort into it, I think. But it's also great when people just make a video where they literally are just recording their experiences of making the marathon. And yeah, that's what's been. Oh,
I just found this poster.
Whoa.
75 or year anniversary Star Wars poster for 20th Century Fox.
75-year anniversary. You mean
of 20th Century Fox.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I forgot how I got this poster, but anyways, I found the
That's
USB
awesome.
cable.
Cool.
You can still hear me clearly, so everybody's like, Ryan took a break, but he actually didn't really take a break.
Yeah.
I'm back.
See you with your fancy little wireless head. What?
My wireless headset is randomly turning into a wired headset.
Oh man, I
It
really
only has a
don't.
charge of like 7 hours, so
I really don't like Ryan.
charged it,
He
probably.
doesn't know this, but I just hate him. I don't even know why I'm even here doing this. You're working now?
I just gotta plug it in. I mean, I could hear you perfectly fine.
That's good.
All right, all right, yeah, it won't die now because it won't go. I mean, I mean, I mean, it's just, yeah. Hello. Okay, you could hear me now. That was a
Yeah.
stupid little, yeah. What were you talking about? The ending of your first video?
Yeah, just saying how it was fun to like do, little edited, film sequences that are just a bit, bit more, I don't know, fun to watch, I guess.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I think we've done with every marathon is we've watched that one extra film. We're like, yeah, we're about to
Yeah.
hit, we hit the 24-hour mark, but we're gonna go over. Like you watch 24 hours worth of movies, but I think every year you're like, you know what? I think we're gonna watch one more, or
Yeah.
instead of watching one to like equal the 24 hours, you'll watch one that'll bring it up to like 30. Or no, I'm just joking. I mean like 26, because I know
Yeah.
I did 28 this year
Hmm.
because I watched a movie and then I did movie Gangbang and then I watched another movie, which I
Hmm.
completely forgot what I watched. Because towards the end of my marathon video this year, I accidentally deleted a couple things. So you hear me say, like you saw a movie Gangbang. Well, you didn't see that clip because I accidentally deleted it.
All right. That's a
When
shame
I was,
because I'm a big fan of movie Gangbang, so it's a shame that you deleted that.
yeah, I mean, it was really annoying because like that was actually the main reason why I stayed up that much later was the film movie Gangbang to kind of help promote it on my
Yeah.
marathon video, and that's the one thing that just did not show up. So,
Oh well.
um, but in that I think we watched something really. I think we watched like Chillerama, and which engaged in a lot of discussion. Anyways, so the first video, were you expecting the reaction to your video when you first uploaded it?
Um, Not
Like
really.
people
I
being
mean,
interested?
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you heard, as I was just saying earlier, that it was a 22-minute video, and I was like, this is crazy. This is so long.
Yeah.
So, so, so I
You just
split up
started
into
doing that laugh that you did at the end of mine this year.
so I just split it up into two parts and hoped that more people would watch it. And honestly, I think it would have been fine if I just posted it in one part. But still, yeah, I was concerned about people being interested for that long. But yeah, I was surprised that quite a lot of people seemed to like it.
Especially now that you could do 3 hour ones and not be bothered at all.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I wouldn't say I wasn't bothered. It was very stressful trying to cut it down, but it bees that way sometimes.
um, yeah, we're having some people comment in different avenues saying that they couldn't post through Geeky Chat, and I couldn't get it into Geeky Chat either for some reason. It's not loading. So yeah,
Hmm. If you
so
want to
we
ask
are.
me anything, just tweet me at RazorWireRyan. I got my Twitter up, so.
Yeah, tweet him. I don't have a Twitter because my Twitter is actually every time I made a Twitter, it got hacked. So if you get anything by Ryan Shadoway and they're sending you like porn links and stuff, that's not me.
It wasn't you.
No,
Damn.
no, it was not. I'm just kidding. No, like I did. I knew mine got hacked the first day because I started following somebody and they're like, why are you sending me these links? And I was like, what links? And so I went in there and they keep getting hacked. So I don't have a Twitter and I don't ever want a Twitter right now because I'm afraid that if I tell all, my followers to go over to my Twitter account, then they're all going to like leave following me because they're going to see me post spam all over their accounts about, you know, crap. So anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, I remember when I uploaded mine, I actually thought the same thing because I think at that time it was my longest video, and I think it was like 17 minutes long. And I was like, man, I think this is gonna be so boring. Like people, and really, I was like, are people really gonna want to see a video of? I mean, you grab my webcam of me sitting on a couch doing this. All right, I just watched this video, and you could see up my nose,
That's
and
actually my overriding memory of your first marathon video is you on the couch just looking so tired.
yeah, like you can actually see it in that one in the hits or not that little greatest hits kind of video of my marathon. Like at the beginning, I'm like, yeah, and at the end of it, it's just
Yeah.
like like I'm just so out of it, and but I didn't. I mean, I at all did not think that people were gonna watch it. I did not think people were gonna have interest in me seeing watching movies for 24 hours. And I back then I thought to make it interesting that I was gonna like show some brownies that my wife made. No, not those kind of brownies. Regular brownies. And
Yeah.
um, you know, this is what kind of coffee I'm gonna drink and stuff like that. And just it kind of evolved. Really, I think you were the inspiration for me to actually give it kind of a fun narrative kind of feel, like to where it was more than just about the marathon. It was about almost, it was kind of you and Zaire and Isaac about life around the marathon. It wasn't just the marathon. It was going to the store. It was going to this last or my second marathon. I went to the store and then I ended up seeing a fire, and so like I went and investigated where this fire was at. So it was me. Like 15 minutes of the video was me driving, following all this smoke coming out of so it was like a bunch of stuff, and I think it like became a lot more entertaining, and
Yeah.
and so when the second one rolled around, a lot of people were asking me questions like, when's the next one going to come up? When's the next one going to come up? I did not think it was going to be a yearly thing. I thought it was just going to be that one time, and to be honest with you, I don't think even that. I think in that video, I don't even. Correct me if I'm wrong, people that actually have watched that video recently. Um, I don't even think I even call it like my annual marathon. I think I just call it 24 hours of movies or 24-hour movie marathon because I didn't think I was going to do it every year. And then I was like, you know what, I am going to do it every single year. And so when year 2 came around, I did that, and um, I actually think you uploaded yours first.
I can't
But
remember.
what what memories do you have of your second one?
Oh, how long have you got? Obviously, it was a lot longer than the first one, and
Or not, not necessarily like just like in terms of the ideas you had for it, and you know, whatever. Yeah,
okay.
the production and stuff of it.
Yeah. Well, again, like literally, I could talk about it for a long time, but I'll be brief.
Take as long as you want.
Basically, I thought I'm going to do it again this year because, or that year that it was 2013, and I wanted to. I don't know. I guess Zaran Ozrak was kind of the inspiration to make it a bit longer and not to be worried about the length, and maybe indulge in it a bit more and have more of a day in the life kind of feel to it than just the movies. Even though I did little bits in the first one, but the second one, it just kind of grew. It just kind of snowballed. I didn't really plan that much for it. I just thought, right, I'm going to watch. I'll set that day aside. We'll watch the movies. Connie, my fiance, will join me to watch them for a few of them. And it just kept growing. Like I'd go out to the shop, I'd take my camera, I'd film whatever, and then that turned into something else, and then I'd put that into the video, and then something else happened, and then we were watching Aliens, and then we heard that the Northern Lights were coming out in the sky, so we went outside and saw the Northern Lights, and that was awesome. And then we got into a discussion about if aliens existed, and that was just another totally off-topic thing that didn't really deserve to be in a 24-hour movie marathon video, but I left it in anyway. And yeah, it just kept. And when I finished editing it, and it was an hour and 45 minutes, I was just like, this is not going to go down well. But it was the complete opposite. It was awesome. Like the response was great, and yeah, for me, the second year was just taking it further, letting it get too far at hand, but it turned out good in the end, I think.
And I think he made a lot of comments in your second video about if you're still watching it at this time, more power to you. You're like,
I never thought. I mean, obviously, when I'd finished it and I was going to post it at an hour and 45 minutes or however long it was, I didn't think anyone would watch it all the way through. You know, I mean, that's a great thing about YouTube. You don't have to sit down in like a cinema and watch it all the way through. You can watch 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. You can come back to it. You know, you can do whatever you want. It's there always. So I figured people will just watch it in increments. But quite a few people said they watched it all in one go, which was really awesome.
Yeah. I I remember like when I saw yours, I was like, man, this is an hour and a half. And I think I told you, I was like, you know what, I'm going all out this year too. I'm gonna do it like feature length, hour and a half. And then I was like, I didn't look at the length of time that I filmed or any of that stuff. And um, I remember I was slightly disappointed when it clocked in at 50 minutes. I was like, dang it! I like been promoting it as this thing that was going to be 90 minutes. I only got 50 minutes of footage. And uh, and so like um, I don't know. I that's when I started getting a little bit more fun with it, and I filmed like an intro where I come back in time, pretty much,
Yeah.
and to warn myself not to fall asleep. You actually, that's when I decided to have a cameo, and I had you do a cameo, introduce the film, and you talk about your love of the Twilight movies, and um, which almost made an appearance in this video, or in this year's video,
Oh yeah.
and maybe I might do a deleted scene reel of my marathon, and you can see that because it is really entertaining. But yeah, it just didn't quite make the cut. Because yeah, but it was awesome. But you're like, why are you promoting something if you didn't put it in the movie? If you're so happy with it, why didn't you put it in the marathon? No, anyway. And so yeah, so then we posted the videos last year, and I remember being disappointed when I first put it up because I didn't think. I think last year was the year that not a lot of people did it. You know, a lot of people did it the first year, and then I was really disappointed because I feel like a lot of people didn't do it. And then I was completely shocked about 2 months later because it's not that nobody did it. It's just that nobody, or the people who did do it, heard about it from other people, and they just didn't know that, I'm the one who started it, or I'm the one who challenged them, and so they never linked it up to my video. So I didn't know that theirs even existed until months down the road. And I was like, oh my gosh, a bunch of people are using the guidelines and everything like that, and they're doing these marathons. And I started saying, yes, it has turned out to be a success, and I was really happy with that because that's really, really, really what I wanted to happen was other people to join in. I wanted to hear about people doing it that, I mean, I don't care if they're subbed to me. I don't care if they even have heard of me. But just the fact that they did the marathon, that was one of my goals. I wanted to start like a community-wide thing that can be a lot of fun. And that's when I started thinking, okay, I'm going to do it the next year. It's going to be number 3. And I've already said that I'm going to do one basically for the rest of my life. Whenever I die, before I die, my last video is going to be the 98th 24-hour movie marathon, also the death of Ryan. The video is going to end with me just dying. It's going to be a zoom shot of the heart monitor. It's just going to flat line, and then who knows? We might have one. There might be a second one, but I really went there. But yeah, and to be honest with you, all of a sudden this year's time came up really quick. It came up really quick, and I was thinking, damn, it's already time for year 3. And so I posted the video, I did the requirements, and a lot of people said they were going to do it, and somebody I remember did it like literally the second day. The second day that I had it posted, somebody had already done it, which means they had to have started as soon as I posted the video. And can you hear me? Can you hear me, Luke? Looks like we accidentally had Luke accidentally dropped out. Let me see if I can get him back in here.
Hello.
Oh, you're back?
Are we still on the same thing?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know what happened.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So basically, I was just talking about how Somebody somebody did the marathon literally like the day after I posted their the guidelines, and um, you don't have to mute it, but um, but anyways, it took me forever to do it. And Luke was actually coming into the States to visit. He was going to stay with us for a few days. He stayed. If you go to his channel, you could look at his series that he's doing about when he came to America, and
Yeah, I think I'll
which is
probably.
awesome. So you guys need to check that out.
Yeah, I'm doing like a series of my trip videos to the US, and they'll probably get to the point where I visit Ryan in about 2021 probably, because that's how fast it's taken me to edit them.
And 21 what?
2021. That's my estimate. I think it'll take 7 years for me to finish the
Oh,
series. It was a joke
oh,
that
damn.
went. It's
By
a
that, by
shambles.
that, by that time, like we would have already. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, um,
Oh my god, this
let me
is
think.
terrible.
What? all the zoning out and stuff.
It's just
So yeah, year three came up. What?
nothing.
Oh, okay.
Just continue, continue.
um. Okay, so it took me forever to do year three. I wanted to do it, and I couldn't get time to do it really. And so I knew Luke was getting ready to come into town, so I took like a week off. And so for the first couple of days, I actually did the marathon and I filmed it. And I was pissed because at the end, I looked at all my footage. This is back in March, and so that was 3 months ago. And I was pissed because I hated all the footage I got. I was like, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to have to do something. And so I just sat on it for a while. And I remember you came into town and you were saying that you were interested in probably doing your marathon, and you weren't sure if you were going to do the marathon. And but anyways, if you go ahead and tell your story about doing the third one.
Well, I remember first I was saying that it would be cool if I could do it when I visited you because we weren't sure at that point
Oh yeah,
how long I'd be staying, but it turned out I was only going to be staying for like one full day and 2 half days, so it just wasn't
yeah,
feasible. But yeah, I always planned to do it, but having to do the kind of the US trip. Before I even get into it, something you were saying then about finding out afterwards that people had been doing it. I think is the really cool thing about it is that you can do it whenever. You can do this with the guidelines, without the guidelines, whatever. And even if they haven't heard of your video, it's still cool, and it's kind of spread, and I like that. It's like a cool little thing where people are doing it. Maybe not around the same time we always do, because I think me and you and
yeah.
some of the other people, it's always like around March, April, May every
Hmm.
year, and I like that. I like that it's kind of yearly, and that it's not. I mean, if it was like oh, let's do one every month, it would lose something.
Yeah.
The yearly thing makes it really special to me. Anyway, so I was definitely gonna do it again this year, but I felt like last year, my video last year was such a success that I wasn't going to be able to top it. And so I was really not feeling too good about how the video was going to be, but I was feeling good about how the marathon was going to be in terms of me enjoying the films. Because I watched a lot of films I'd never seen before, and as it turned out, I loved almost all of them, so that was really, really cool. In fact, I'm thinking about maybe next year trying to do one of all films I've never seen before. That might be interesting. Um, yeah,
Okay, that means one of the requirements I'm gonna have to do are watch two films that you have seen before. And I'm just joking.
yeah. Um, so I did it, and even as I was doing the marathon, I was enjoying it, but I was thinking this isn't going to be a good video. And then again, just as it happened last year, things started snowballing. I was like, hey, let's film this quickly. Oh, let's do that. And then let's go out and film the whole thing. That took us like hours, like the whole
Yeah.
intro and
I
the
remember
whole.
you texted me during that, and you're like, I've been filming the intro for like 7 hours, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it took us like about 2 or 3 hours to do all that outside stuff, and then I decided to incorporate stuff I'd filmed in the States, and then the cameos, which became a much bigger part of this year's marathon for me. Getting you. I mean, the first time I did it was last year, and the second marathon where I did that phone call with you,
Hmm.
and I thought that would be cool, and I really enjoyed that, and so I thought it'd be cool. Sorry about that coughing in the background. I thought it'd be cool to have even more cameos, and so I got and that just snowballed as well. I was like, I'll have Ryan, Robbie, and then maybe someone else, and then it just turned into like them, that, and it just went on, and it just turned out to be awesome. So I'm really happy. This is my favorite one, the one I did this year. Um, yeah,
And
it
how
just
long is it?
3 hours and 5 minutes if you're counting the director's cut, which is about 2 minutes longer. But yeah, crazy length. I'm just glad it wasn't 3.5 hours long because that's what I was expecting when I looked at all the footage and I was like, Jesus. But hey, people watched it and enjoyed it, so it is what it is.
And I think it's the first marathon that's ever incorporated a puppet somehow.
Yeah, we had James DVD Collector 1974. We got his puppet Zig into the mix. So that was fun.
Who's a
Ryan,
character of its own, like a real character. He
yeah,
brings he brings life to it.
yeah. Zig's awesome, and it was great for James to do that. I wrote a little script, and he kind of just edited it a little bit for Zig, and yeah, it turned out great.
And what made you? Of course, I mean the video is awesome, but you know, because we knew that Scott Chill Pilgrim didn't have his channel anymore,
Yeah,
but we wanted him to cameo because I mean he was pretty much one of the biggest you know followers of this marathon from the beginning. But like, how were we gonna have him in there, or
yeah.
with your video? And so tell us about that.
Well, yeah, like you said, I always thought it'd be cool to have him involved, but he just wasn't making videos, so wasn't even, wasn't going to ask him to do anything. Um, and then I was filming the intro, me running around and stuff, and I noticed this patch of like woods on the path on the way back for us to walk home, and it looked a little similar to a backdrop that he had for a video of his. He did this random video where he was out in the woods, and he was listing off. Was it the Friday the 13th movies from
Yeah.
best to worst, or worst to best, or something? And it was just a really funny video where he runs in with a knife and he's like shouting and stuff. And we always loved it. It was one of our favorite videos of his, and we watched it over and over again because it was just entertaining and different to not just be someone sat in front of or behind their collection, in front of their collection. They're outside and
I think that
uh,
was one thing that really drew us into watching his videos too, because he always did
yeah,
really. So I was really disappointed when he left YouTube, but I do know he is coming back. He's just
yeah,
producing a bunch of stuff right now to where when he comes back, he's coming back with a bang.
yeah.
So
Like he would always be really creative with his videos, where he filmed them and stuff, and I always appreciated that. So anyway, so I saw this bit of like trees and stuff, and I thought it'd be great to kind of do a bit where where I see him, and then I can use that clip. But I didn't know if he'd let me use it, so I filmed it without knowing if I'd ever use it. So I messaged him, and he's hard to get hold of because he's not on YouTube anymore. But after a couple of weeks, he actually replied and he sent me the footage I needed, and that was great. So it's probably my favorite little cameo. It's just just a really funny random
and it
little
was
incident.
it was edited so good, and you had that little back to the future line. Oh no, he found me. I don't know about how, but he found me.
Yeah, that's something I've always in the second marathon. I thought it would be cool just to get references in, just little quotes and like movie T-shirts or whatever, and always try and put some just little references in that maybe some people might get, might not get. I don't know. That's fun for me to try and get as many references to other films in there as possible.
Yeah. Oh, my voice just cracked. Yeah. So like when you did your video, I was like, man, I was like, gosh, why couldn't I make mine this awesome? And I mean, you had been sending me like little stills of like producing it and stuff, little teases, and I was like, man, he is doing such an awesome job. And all I kept thinking was, I had the worst footage. I was like, I hated it. What the heck am I gonna do? And I think I even texted you at one point and said, I think I'm just gonna redo the whole marathon because I
Yeah,
was not happy with it. And then I started thinking that's just stupid because all the movies that I watched then would be the same movies I watch now. So it'd be like um, it'd be stupid to do. So I started thinking, what if Luke's doing a 3-hour movie? What if I do my marathon footage and then film myself in a vlog type situation watching his, and make it to where it's like a marathon within a marathon. And then I started thinking of, hey, I was at work one night. It was like a hard night at work, and I was on break, and I was sitting there, and I was like, in a moment of clarity, I thought, what if I made it like Inception, to where it was like I fell asleep and I woke up in a deeper, it started out with Luke's marathon, and I fell asleep thinking about my marathon, and then you see my marathon, and then I wake
Yeah.
up, and that's where I came up with that idea, and I was like, what can I do to make my footage better? So in reality, the only reason why my video um, as the I mean, I tried so hard to make it interesting, and not just for the viewers, because ultimately, when you make a video, you want it to be happy with it. You want to be, because ultimately we make videos for ourselves. We do this for ourselves, and then just the fact that we have viewers is just awesome. That people actually are a fan, or they follow us, and so I was like, man, this, and so when I started editing it, I was waiting for some of the cameos because I got a lot of cameos, and I just kept thinking of like what else I can add to it. And if I thought of another thing, I would just text somebody else and be like, "Hey, do you want to make a cameo?" Like with Tadling76. I wanted to get Tad to do like a first taste video.
Mm.
Like he always used to do his first taste videos, and I was like, how creative would that be for it? He to introduce my video this year, and actually be the one to introduce it like you did the year before, and then do a first taste video at the same time. I was like, because that's what I kind of know him as, is doing his first taste videos. And I was like, so what if he could do that? And then all of a sudden, my marathon starts. So I sent him a text, and then he was all on board. Zarin Isaac was on board, and some of the other cameos definitely. I was not even, like What Movie One makes an appearance. I wasn't even sure if he was gonna do it, but he did it quick, and ultimately, my footage was the footage that was taking so long to get, because I had to refilm some things, because I actually deleted on accident some footage, so I actually had to refilm certain things, and it's just funny. And I originally was going to have the bookend scenes take place at a beach, and didn't. Every time I went to go film it, something came up, whether it was thunderstorming or something like that. I was actually going to have it like on a beach, like Inception, and I was like, God, man, this is annoying. Every time I went to go film it, and I was like, and time is running out. Everybody's asking me about the marathon, and I feel like I'm pissing people off because I'm taking forever. And I was like, what the heck? I'll just film something here. I'll do my first nude scene. No, I'm just joking. I'll have it bookend with like a shower and me in the mirror, and I did a little reference to Raging Bull when I started acting like I was punching the mirror, like, and it's kind of like it's actually a Raging Bull Boogie Nights reference when I'm like, yeah, with that disturbing look on my face, which I don't think you've seen yet. So
No.
because
But
you haven't,
that's what I like. I like the references and just having fun with it, and recreating scenes from movies, or just quoting them in a situation that fits in with the video somehow or whatever.
yeah, and so I was really really happy with how this year's turned out. It went from being a video that I absolutely hated to being probably my favorite video I've done. And me and Luke have always had this little not an inside joke, but this thing where we dig movies that have title credits pop up like late in the movie, like The
Yeah.
Departed appears like 20 minutes in, 17 minutes in, um, stuff like that. And you had done a short film about your like a wrestling rivalry, and you did your rivalry, and you did your title like literally at the halfway mark of the film. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's such a it's awesome, and it fits. And so I was like, I was like, how can I beat that? Like, how can I do something cool like that? So I was like, how about I wait to even show the title, basically not reference the fact that I'm going to watch your video at all, to make people go, what the heck is going on? And then all of a sudden I fall asleep, and then you see Zarin Izarak with his awesome cameo, and then
Yeah, I
it's
have seen
my
that, and it's awesome.
yeah, it's my marathon footage after that, and then he's like, and you're about to enter the Chataway Zone, and then all of a sudden the title pops up and the music's blaring on the screen at like 18 minutes into the video. So it's like 18 minutes into a 50-minute video. So it's like, oh, so this is what I'm watching. Okay. Like if you got 17 minutes in and you didn't know, I don't know. I mean, the title on the video did say it. But so
Yeah.
I was able to do little things like that too. So really, this is usually post-production on a movie is really annoying. Like if on certain things, because the editing could be like just hectic. This has actually been probably the funnest video I've done post-production wise, because I hated what I filmed so much that I had to do more to make it better. And so the effort I put in to make the footage I had better just really paid off, and it's like my favorite video that I've done. And like I said, I uploaded it, and I really was. It took, for some reason, YouTube was taking forever yesterday, so it took 12 hours to upload and 3 hours to process. And I was just dying. I was like at work refreshing my phone, and I was like, "Is it ever gonna go up? Is it ever gonna go live?" And it went live, and people have loved it. People have watched it, and it's had a good, good feedback. How yours got good feedback, and we're just gonna keep continuing to do them. And I really want to get shirts made for everybody who's done it since year 1 next year, or anybody who participates. That would be so awesome.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like the front of it could say, "I was stupid," and on the back it'll say, "I did the 24-hour movie marathon," or yeah, and yeah. But other than that, if you guys have not seen our past marathon videos and you're interested, after this goes off the air and it goes on YouTube, I'm going to put the links down to all of our videos into the description box. So if you want to come back to my channel, or if you want to go to Luke's channel, because I'm pretty sure you probably have like a playlist or something with yours.
I don't think so. Not the marathon video. I should do that, I
Okay.
guess.
But either way, I'm going to put the description in the description box probably within the next 30 minutes or so of this video going up. All 3 of my videos and all 3 of his videos, so that you guys could actually watch the videos that we're referencing, because we want you to be able to watch them and know what we're talking about, so you didn't think we were just sitting here, talking all nostalgic and, why do we care about your memories? Well, you wouldn't be watching if you didn't care. But yeah, and I think the next time that Luke's going to be on, we're going to be talking about the Star Wars prequels. Like I said, we were originally going to talk about that today, but I had some stuff come up a little bit earlier, and I just the time I was going to use to research and kind of think about everything, I had something else going on. So I was like, you know what, we could actually move that to next time, and we'll go ahead and talk about what has been flooding everybody's news feeds on Facebook and stuff, and that is our marathons. And because I know a lot of people have been asking me, leaving comments about how did I do this, how did I do that, or asking me questions. I've even had a lot of family members ask me what are my plans with it. So I figured this video was fun to do. And who better to have than my buddy Luke on here to, chat with me about it.
Yeah. On Movie Chataway.
My brother from another mother. And yeah. Anyways, guys, don't forget, make sure you check out geeky.com and check the schedule. And there's always, new series and stuff. If you want a series of your own and you have passions of your own that you want to share, be sure to go to geeky.com and contact, Skinslip and Stoudman over there, and let them know what your passions are. You could also submit articles and stuff, and there's a gift shop of coffee cups and shirts and everything like that. And if you feel free to leave tips at the website, you could easily press the little donate button and donate, help keep the site running, because it's pretty awesome that there's an outlet out there for people that are passionate about something and that it's not like filtered or censored. So definitely go support them. And make sure you check out Luke at Razor Raw Reviews and No Stairway Productions on YouTube. That's basically been his little production company that he's had for the last 10 years, right? 10 or 15 years?
15 technically, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And that's like the banner that he puts on every video pretty much that he does.
Yeah, it's not really a production company, it's just what I call all my stuff, really.
Yeah. Me, I just have an ego, so I just put Ryan Shadway Cinephile over everything. No, I'm just joking. No, I don't. To be honest, anybody who knows me really personally knows I do not have a big ego. So if you guys think I have an ego, I'm sorry, I really don't. I'm actually a really self-conscious little guy. Yeah, so definitely check out Luke at his YouTube channels. And thanks, Luke, for being on. Do you have any last words to say?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I got about, I don't know, I got loads of notes here of stuff I want to talk about. If you got another half an hour.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm kidding. That's it. Yeah, been cool coming on this week and last week, and hopefully next week too. Good stuff.
All right, guys. The viewers are already dropping, so that means they don't want to listen to me say goodbye. But anyways,
no
remember
one likes
remember, it's not goodbye. And I'm gonna leave everybody with, I usually say there's 3 ways of doing things: the right way, the wrong way, and the shadow way. But today I'm gonna leave with this: be that sunshine on somebody's rainy day. I will see you guys next time. Bye.